And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got his man in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They go to the ground. Picks up the first down. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise. Might as well leave the offense out there on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass. Here's a heat. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Duro. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This running back is a weapon, and not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Got him downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Hemby. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Hemby. And and they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Indiana.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get it.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Cooper. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he puts through the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Got a lot of room to the right. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown LSU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense in a split backfield. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Looking down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Made another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Hemby. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Hemby. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
On the snap, it's Hemby. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To the air, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Trying to bull his way in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? To the air, it's Mendoza. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1 and hoping to avoid a disaster. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Caught near the sticks, it's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, past the 30, the 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking for a man, it's Mendoza. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down play from the gun. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Power football with the run. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Punt, close to the marker, it's Anderson. LSU will get a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man, it's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That one might. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hoosiers will kick it away first. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Demon Deacons can really attack on this 2nd and short. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And the Demon Deacons line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And fired complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hemby. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry.
There he goes. Tag. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Indiana. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The give to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll throw on third and short. Got it in the middle. It's Barnes. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Gets it out fast. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the tailback. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Claiborne. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They're going to run it. Turning it on. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Hemby. He's in open space downfield. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Got his man on the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel. Field, you got an extra DB, you got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give out of the gun. Slithers into space. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Set. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Claiborne. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
Pace, 27, jumps.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. to the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He'll keep it on the sneak. The Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force-feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Becker. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Hemby. On the move is the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. And then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Hemby. Got a little space. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooper. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. The Hoosiers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The inside handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Barnes. Still running at the 40. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
This time they'll go to the running game. Look out, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything. And this
breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll send the back in motion. He's looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Mendoza. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Wake. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together together here in the final moments. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Looking to pass, it's Mendoza. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Going to sling it on second down. Here's the pressure. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fakes to grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Hoosiers have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's second and long.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. And here's the third interception of the night.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
He's loose. He's at the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And man, they're taking advantage right now.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Takes it the other way. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Dumps it to the back. Hits the open man. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Hemby. Oh, he's getting it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Direct snap. It's Hemby. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Final seconds of the game, they can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a...
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by one possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Snagged in the middle, it's Hemby. He gets out of bounds. 27 seconds left. It'll be first down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Wake. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, adds the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. It'll be a wrap. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. I'm not sure